Spirit of Kabbalist. Ah, the spirits. You see the ghostly visage of your warrior companion, Kabbalist, warrior, rises above his shattered corpse. The Azer stares off into eternity, listening to an inaudible voice, then looks straight into your eyes and grimaces.
Ah, they finally got me. Glad I am to have toasted to Mistress Death last night, since I see that you live. I have some inkling of the choice you face. Your friend haven't explained it to me. I'm sure you would not want to lose my brawn and my cheerful disposition, now would you?
Tell me why I should choose you. Bless my soul and drink to oblivion. We've been together longer than any of the others. Think of all the fun we have shared. We must grab life by her hips and taste the blessed union of all her pleasures. Say you'll not forget the joy of our journeys. We have had some good times together, Kabbalist. Indeed we have. Couple that with my prowess in battle, and how can you go wrong? I have a few questions about you first. What skills can you offer me exactly? The power of my attacks is formidable. Whether it be against a foe or a locked door, an advantage no one should do without. Besides my winning personality, I'm also resistant to fire, and these charming flames are good for something more than just making me pretty, if you know what I mean. Tell me what you think of the others. Not that I don't feel sorry for the poor lad, but with your thief abilities you hardly need Trip's assistance, and he is such a coward, he is not much good in a fight. Of the ladies, Jaboli is rough and easy to get along with. Kaidala is shy, but fearless in a fight. I suspect she still courts death. What do you mean she still courts death? I fear you must have lost some of your memories when you were brought back. Let us hope you have not lost too much else. When we met Kaidala, she begged us to kill her. Her face was a burning scar like the forest that had been her home. When she saw us coming towards her, she collapsed in tears, begging us for a quick, painless end. Instead, we brought her into our little group of outcasts and helped her rebuild her life. Weak as a nymph, but strong in the forces of nature, she makes a powerful druid. Thanks for your candor. I know you nothing less. You trust me always to tell you the truth. Other questions? That's all my questions. How are we to proceed? He wags his fiery eyebrows as he flashes you his finest carefree grin. I need to speak to the others before I decide. If a spirit could possibly become paler, Kabbalist suddenly does. I understand, Tarantula, but remember all of the good times we have when it comes time to choose. I should like to think that being friends for so long should mean something. Well, go speak to the others. He's not wrong. It's not an insignificant thing to take into account, but it's not an easy decision. Leather armor. I suppose I'll go ahead and put that on for now. Not casting. So that's also another thing. If I'm going to be casting mostly buffing spells, which is my intent, I can go ahead and wear armor. A chain shirt. Medium armor. I always thought a chain shirt was light armor. Spirit of Trip. With a yowl of fright, Trip's shade rises above his torn and ravaged body. His eyes stare with a glassy look as he listens to an inaudible voice. Finally, he sighs and looks at you.
Choices, choices. They are yours to make, so says the new voice. For a voice in my head, it certainly seems to be most persistent. The other voices don't trust this new voice.
The other voices?
I can be a good helper. Really, I can. No one moves through the shadows or picks a lock quite like Trip. And forget about traps. I take care of them for you. Yes?
What other voices are you talking about? Nothing. No voices? No, my good friend, there are no voices in here. He taps his head, then whispers, "Shut up! You must not speak so loud. He might hear you and not pick us." Tell me why I should choose you. I could be useful. I could... Oh, what could I do? Oh, I know. I could find things. Yes, I am very good at finding things that no one else can see. You like things, right? Well, of course you do. Red things, purple things, old things, new things, gem things, magic things. Things that you can really sink your teeth into and maul for a while, rubbing it through the dust and dirt to add extra flavor. I guess you are good at finding extra treasures. That is the right path for your thoughts, yes. Listen to that voice of reason. It tells you all the times Trip saved your life when you bad shadows come calling. You need Trip, that's what it says. I have a few questions for you first. Questions? I can answer questions. I have no fear of words, unless they are mean, cruel words or loud words. I do not like loud words either. You cannot trust them. Tell me more about why I should choose you. What skills can you offer exactly? I sneak. Yes, I sneak so well no one ever hears me. I pick a lock. I disable a trap. I have even picked a pocket or two. Not yours, though, never yours. But best of all is my ability to find hidden things, caches of gold, secret doors, all those marvelous things that are so easy for me to find. Without me, you would be a poorer man. What do you think of the others? Forget the nasty cat thing. She is mean and cruel and would eat me if she did not know I would give her some kind of disease. Yes, I am a pest to her, so better not take any chances. Do not take the dwarf man either. He hurts the eyes and hides the shadows with his fiery features. And the nymph? Why I am a perversion of nature and proud of it. She would cure me of myself. But you will choose another besides me, I see that now. So choose either of the latter, but let the hungry Jaboli beast rot and die, and she cannot eat me. Why do you think she will eat you? Have you seen that hideous face? She claims to have her honor to protect it, says she would never eat me, but I know the truth. Smells like a cat, feels like a cat, sounds like a cat. Smack me if it isn't a cat. The only thing stopping her from eating me is my disease. Maybe if she ate me, she would turn into a rat. She might make a sexy rat, do you think? If she ate you, you could hardly appreciate a sexy rat. A good point. A very good point. I applaud your wisdom. That is why I enjoy traveling with you. Such uncommonly good sense. I guess that helps somehow. Help, yes. Trip will help you. Just bring me back and see what I can do. You can be my champion, and I shall be your shadow. I will keep you safe from harm. That's all my questions. Good, your questions were starting to frighten me. Now, if you just want to choose me, then we can get on to making you a wealthy man. I have made a choice. Very well, I accept. Oh wait, you didn't say what your choice was. Please, tell me that you will take me with you. I cannot choose you. I'm sorry. No, please, not into the darkness! Trip scratches and claws to no avail as his spirit is drawn into another plane of existence. You have obtained the soul of a follower. You can now resurrect a henchman. That does not appear to be an inventory item. Oh, a warrior spirit. Oh, okay. That's just... I suppose it could be useful to have a ranged weapon. I don't usually do too much of that. Jaboli spirit. Jaboli's spirit rises up, trembling with either fear or rage. She appears to listen to an inaudible voice and then looks at you carefully.
This is not a test I envy you, my friend. Still, I would rather be alive than dead. I assume that the voice speaking to me also spoke to you. So, what shall you do? Will you choose the path of wisdom and discernment and choose me for an ally? Oh, what a typically Rakshasa thing to say. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
Tell me why I should choose you. The power of the Rakshasa is well known, though I am far limited in comparison to how I was before banishment. My people stripped me of my sorceress powers, forcing me to learn something new. I am now a wizard, and I find my new calling to be more to my liking. I also still retain some of my natural spell resistance, despite the weakness of my exile. Why were you exiled? I have a different view on life than my people do. I would rather not discuss the details of my exile right now. I have other qualities, though. I am good at analyzing people and what they say. I can determine what motivates them, and I often can tell if they are lying. This could be useful to you. I just have a few questions for you first. We know much about each other, yet we have often kept secrets too. I will answer as best I can. Tell me, what skills can you offer me exactly? Magic, intelligence, a knowledge of tactics, and an ability to discern the motivations and lies of others. If I am in your party, I will try to be sure that no one deceives you. All of these abilities wrapped up in a perfectly magnificent package. How could you resist? What do you think of the others? While I feel for the difficulties she has faced, I do not care for Kaidala overmuch. She is too insecure, which goes against my own confident nature. Kabbalist is strong and a good companion, so I would recommend him on those counts. Trip is rather pathetic in a fight, but he is an excellent thief. You know your strengths and weaknesses better than I, and the decision is yours. If you desperately need a healer, then you might need the insecure nymph. I just hope you will choose me. How badly could her insecurity be a problem? The damage to her physical body was bad enough, but her spirit was far worse off. She will do as you ask, but she will accept death better than any. The rest of us will fight to hold on to life, but I worry that Kaidala will suddenly give in one day and let herself die when she is really needed. Trip is weak and cowardly, but I think he could be trained to be useful. When he strikes from the shadows, he can be quite formidable. Thanks for your opinion. I can only ever offer an opinion, but I will always tell you the truth. I will not hide behind a false mask just to say pleasing things. I have other questions. That is all my questions. I need to speak to the others before I decide. Oh, then perhaps you are ready to choose unless you wish to seek answers from the others first. Either way, I'm not going anywhere until you are ready. That would be the wisest choice. I hope you shall return, friend. Oh, I will definitely return, one way or the other. Guess there's no reason not to put a helmet on. And then all that's left, I suppose, is Kaidala. Kaidala, the nymph druid, rises over her corpse, smiling until she begins to listen to an inaudible voice. The voice upsets her and she turns her large, watery eyes towards you.
Death is not so terrible. Finally, I can go and be happy as I never could be in life. You know well how hard these years have been to me, so I do hope you will let me go. The others all want to live, so I make your choice easier. Take 2 of them and leave me be.
What is the creature that stands behind you?
Yes.
It cannot be the blackest death, but soon it shall feel our teeth and our claws. What are you talking about, Tarantula? It is only you and I and the voice that told me to wait for your choice. Tell me what you are, foul creature. I am the one of the soul harvesters. I am that which waits and steals. There is a fate that awaits for those who strive to end their own lives, those who despise themselves. There is much sustenance to be found in the pain and agony of a soul such as this. I cannot touch you, nor can you touch me. I am black as death for those who are dead. You cannot touch her if I choose to bring her back. I shall await your decision. No, you cannot choose me. Let the others live, Tarantula. I am happy in death. There is something waiting to torture your soul. I have noticed you speaking to something, but whatever you think you see, it is not real, Tarantula. Put it from your mind. Obviously, your own death has scattered your wits. Please, Tarantula, though I have grown fond of you, and there has never been anything more than friendship between us, perhaps if we had more time together. But no, no one could ever love a scarred and maimed creature such as myself. Have pity on me, Tarantula. Let me go. Is our friendship not enough to make you want to live? Kaidala's eyes mist over. If it means so much to you, then I will join you, but I think it is not fair to our other companions. I shall devote my healing powers, and as many of the powers of nature still in my command, to your service. You do hold a special place in my heart, Tarantula. Perhaps we shall see where it leads. I have a few questions. I will do my best. It is the least I can do for you. Why do you long to die? The terror of the night when my forest was put to the torch by superstitious fools is burnt into my mind for eternity. The flames roared and devoured all of my creatures, all of my sisters, the dryads, even me. The flames licked at my face and my hair. The flesh on my body was scorched black when you found me. Oh, Tarantula, the pain in my body is gone, but my mind and my soul, they burn. Even now they still burn. Tears flow down her cheeks. The scars on her one side of her face are red and sore, despite the passage of time. I'm sorry to bring back these memories. It is understandable. If only time could hold still for a while, that I could catch my breath. Maybe then the pain would be eased. But you have a choice to make. What more do you need from me? Who would you say I should not choose? I know he is a good man, but Calibast's fiery countenance is too much for me. It is harder for me to be near him. I would not condemn him to death for it, though. Indeed, I view all of our companions as far more worthy than I. Would you work with Calibast if I chose both of you? Of course I would, if that is necessary. He has always been kind to me, and it is my mind alone that he would pose a danger to me. Fires took my home, and he is a creature of fire. His passions run hot, for drinking, wenching, and fighting. It bothers me some, but he is a good man, I believe. That's an admirable sentiment. I owe him nothing less. They have all helped me in the past. I would do anything to help them. Or you. I have other questions. That is all my questions.
I am listening to you.
Why can you not leave her alone? I hunger. She is the source. That is the way it is. There need be no other explanation. I shall destroy you. The spirit hisses in strange fits, and you realize it is laughing at you. Beyond your touch is black as death. Beneath my notice are you. Be gone. I shall answer no more questions. Unequip. Cast a spell, drop, use resurrection. That did not work. I intended, actually, to let her go since she wants to, but she does not know this danger. and I don't think I can in good conscience consign
How
her to
are
this
you, my
fate.
friend? Are you ready to send me to my final rest?
I have made a choice. I would like you to return and assist me. So be it. I shall do my best.
Did you call? Is there something I can do for you, friend?
What would you like to speak about? What was life in your forest like? That life seems so far removed from where we are today. I can't say I truly miss it though, except my tree. I miss my tree with an ache that I cannot even begin to describe. I never really had any friends, not like I do now. She smiles at you as she says this. Not even other nymphs? None of the forest creatures could really be called my friends. Nymphs don't tend to live close to each other, too much competition. Dryads are too flighty to be good friends, though we did share some time together. The animals were probably my closest friends, but they live at a different speed. It was hard to become close. The closest I ever came to friendship was with a druid, but I don't think you could ever even count him as a friend. Tell me about him. It wasn't really much of a relationship. I suppose I had a strange sort of rapport with him, but it's actually kind of embarrassing. As a druid, he knew what my kind was like, and not wanting to expose him to the dangers of being around a nymph, he cast a protective spell on his encampment against the Fae. He also avoided any part of the forest that he thought I might occupy, and the animals it took as game to try to help him. Were you searching for him? At first I was merely curious about him, but when I realized he was actively avoiding me, I began to try in earnest. Finally, after many attempts, I was able to trick him into inviting me into his encampment. How? I figured that he would only speak to animals, and I wanted to appear as an animal he would be curious about, so I concentrated all of my magical enemies and turned into a chicken. Thousands of animals to choose from, and you chose a chicken. How many chickens do you see in a forest setting? I figured he would spot me and think I was lost. I was right. He took me back and invited me into his encampment, nullifying his protective spells, but when I got there, I found I was too frightened of revealing myself in my true form. You were afraid of the druid. Not of him hurting me. I was afraid of his reaction. I didn't want to have to use my powers to capture his mind, or worse, to kill him. He was chattering on about life in the forest and acting very protectively towards me. Just sat there and radiated pleasant thoughts. When he went to bed that night, I went back to my home. He was determined to return the next day and reveal my true identity, but I didn't. I went back for almost 2 weeks remaining disguised, fearing to be rejected by the strange human. What happened? One day, I came to his encampment and he was gone. I never saw him again. Maybe he would have returned, but shortly after that, my forest was destroyed. I don't know what ever became of my druid. Perhaps I never will. But these are melancholy thoughts. Let's turn our attention back to more important things. Well, let's outfit you at least. As a druid, you should be okay with a spear, yes? And I can cast mage armor, so let's give you the armor. Oh, an armor bonus of +2 from your own leaves. So you don't need the leather armor. That works. I think that's fine for now. Oh wait, I have a short bow that I can use, so let's give her the light crossbow. And then I'll put that and give myself the arrows. Now, choice between the other two. And she has expressed fear, although she knows it's only in her own mind. I will have some magic, and I think it would be good for us to have a warrior.
Are we ready then?
I have made a choice. I wish I didn't have to, but I cannot choose you. I am sorry. She nods and sighs. I cannot say this is entirely unexpected. Good luck, friend. Her spirit fades away into the darkness. Looks like it's gonna put me up to level 3. Spirit of Kabbalist.
So you've come back to your dear friend Calibast. Well, just say the word, bring me back, and we'll be off on our merry way.
I have made a choice. Good to hear it, lad. What would your choice be, then? I would like to return and assist me. I would be proud to do so. You should not regret your choice. Oh, almost. Your journal has been updated, the magic limit. After experiencing, I have chosen 2 companions and am ready to go to the keep. Well, almost. Let's outfit my other companion. Can I change? No. Certainly, he'll get the heavier armor. And the great axe. Although I'll go ahead and ship him the long sword as well. Just in case I decide I want him to be more of a... And let's not give him a ranged weapon. So this is fine for now. Oh, he already has a helm, which gives him +3 AC. Very nice. Okay. Let us go ahead and rest.
Did you call? Is there something I can do for you, friend?
Oh.
Did you call?
Restoration and resistance. Okay. Get some
And
of
how
his
can
story.
Calibast be of assistance now?
Let's stop and talk a moment. Seems like as good a time as any for a break. Could you pass the wine? Just kidding. No drinking on duty, I suppose. How is everything? I feel like a young wolf in a field of old deer, pleasantly surprised and ready to give chase. Anything else? Why do you drink so much? You don't start with the easy topics, do you? I guess you never did. Let me think. My heavy drinking and carousing started shortly after I came from my home plane to this one. I had suffered great tragedy, and I wasn't ready for such a different life. I started life here as a mercenary. I had seen awful things in my life, but in my first year here in the South, I had never seen such utter barbarism. How are things different in your home? You've already asked me one question. Let's stick to that subject for now. Not really in the mood to speak of my home right now. I've arrived in a small village to the south, beyond the withered forest. The village was ruled by a dark priestess of Churl. I didn't know anything about the goddess of chaos back then. The priestess of Churl hired me for my strength, and she seemed to pay well enough. I thought it would just work for her long enough to get an understanding of the way this world worked. Isn't Churl very evil? She is a goddess of storms, destruction, and chaos. The priestess who followed her took her role very seriously, trying to destroy all that surrounded her. She was very strong and had to come to the village and destroy the chief with lightning from the sky, then cast a spell that gave her control over the villagers' minds. She had led the villagers to victory over the surrounding villagers, and now they had all had wealth and slaves. Greed and religious fanaticism can do strange things to a mind. Is this when you arrived? They had just celebrated another victory when the sky ripped open and I fell out. They took it as a sign, another sign from the goddess. When they tried to grab me and drag me to the priestess, I threw them off. The priestess was impressed and after speaking to me, offered me a position as her general. I accepted the role, for the reasons I already stated. The price was too great, but I would rather not speak about it right now. There is too much to do. Let's be off. And let's see.
And how can Calibast be of assistance now?
That's it. Okay. Alright. I guess I've scavenged as much as I can. This is just me being a little OCD and wanting to fill out the rest of the map. Feels like this is going to be the one.
Not much I can do with that.
Do that?
Something's down below. Stay back from the edge, Momma Dane. Nonsense, Dylan. What monster would attack twice in the same night? Don't you answer that, young man. I'd rather be safe than sorry, that's all. Halt! Who goes there? A young guard peers over the battlements. Torchlight glints off your weapon, causing him to pull back.
Enemies at the gates! Sound the alarm! They brought a second wave!
Blast you! Do we look like goblins? We're here to help you!
Am I so hideous to you that you would mistake me for a kobold or an orc? We come to help you.
They don't look like no orcs or goblins to my eyes, poor as they might be. Sir Dylan, perhaps you shouldn't be so quick to call the attack.
You can't see the woman intervening on your behalf, but by her voice, she strikes you as a kindly old lady.
Who are you and what are your intentions then? Speak quickly before my men rain arrows down upon you.
We are enemies of the masked man. We helped break his battle lines. Then the gods have answered our prayers, Sir Dylan. Father Dishel has told us that if the gods saw fit, we should live, and they would intervene. And now a hero stands at our gates requesting entrance. Where did the gods when the banner died? Why did their intervention not come then? Step into the light down there that I may have a better look at you. Aye, I recognize you now. You were the ones who cut our assailants' ranks from the rear and took them by surprise. You fought bravely, stranger, and gave our she-mage Yenna time enough to cast her spell. Yes. And she cast it in the nick of time. Give her my thanks. She has retired to her tower since the battle and refused to speak with most anyone, perhaps in fear that you had fallen beneath her blast. She will be grateful to see you whole, I am sure. Come, let us celebrate the fact that you still live, stranger. Throw open the gates. It is not an enemy who awakens, but a hero who deserves our thanks. Get moving, men. I will meet you below. Take my arm, Momma Dane. Let me help you down the stairs. Your kind company has been a balm to my jangled nerves this night. A hero's welcome to the Keep of Cyan, then, stranger. I think the Hand will be pleased to see you, and doubly pleased to have your help, I am sure. I think she misses the guidance of the banner, though. Too bad you didn't arrive early enough to keep him from falling to the masked man's forces. Now the Hand is in charge all alone. What is the banner in the Hand? The banner is the highest ranking officer in the keep. Our lord was killed many years ago, and the banner has been ruling here ever since. He was killed by invaders early in the battle. The Hand is the commander of the armies, and next in charge after the banner. But we really should get going. I dare not leave my command of the gates for too long. I'm ready when you are. Excellent. I'm sure the Hand will want to reward you for your service. I haven't met such a great hero in years. But enough of that. I had better get you to the main gates right away. Let us be quick.